Good morning everybody, Shift Your Mindset here with a new video especially for, I believe, Chess for Fun. He asked me, or she asked me yesterday to make a video about self-love and how to do it. Are you tired of feeling like you're not good enough? That you fall short of your own expectations? If so, I have a message for you, just for fun and all the other people who are watching. But it's good to refresh your memory how to self-love. Because it all starts with learning to love yourself. It's the foundation of a true potential. But self-love sometimes feels like I can't do it, or it's an impossible dream I have. We also have been told that it's selfish, or that it's something we have to earn, that it's selfish to practice self-love. Listen to me, it's all bullshit. Because self-love is worthy because you exist. You just exist, and it's your birthright. So I came up with 10 points for self-love. Annoying fly here. For self-love. Let's start with the first one. And that's the one I practice every day. And I encourage everybody to do the same. It's starting your day with gratitude. When you wake up, take a moment and feel what you're grateful for. Can be the smile on your daughter's face, stepping out of a warm bed, or you hear the birds outside. Start with the simple things where you're grateful for. Because how bad your day is going, in what position you are at that moment, there's always 3 things to be grateful for. I have a little notebook and I write in it every day 3 things where I'm grateful for. And it's also good to start that. It's a good start of the day. Because when you start your day from a place of gratitude, you set the tone for everything that follows that day. So just start with a month. Every day, when you wake up, write down or say out loud 3 things where you're grateful for. Can be little things, can be big things. Second, practice self-compassion. I, you, we all make mistakes. We have flaws, we have imperfections. And instead beating yourself up for it, practice self-love, self-compassion. How? What helps me is I speak to myself the same way as if I speak to a friend of mine. I offer him kindness when he's speaking with me, and I offer him forgiveness. And that's kind of compassion you have with a friend who's telling you something. It's easy for us. Then we are compassionate. But if it is on us, if it's you, most of the time we beat ourselves up for things. But we all have flaws, we all have imperfections. So remember, you do the best you can with what you have, and that is always enough. Third one, nourish your body. Some quotes say, your body is your temple. Treat it also with love and respect. it helps you in the process of self-love. For me, it was a challenge to drink water during the day, so I bought a bottle, 1 liter, and now I finish 2 bottles before I go to sleep. I don't go to sleep before I finish the 2 bottles of water. Go to a stream, sit there, walk around the park, be in nature, exercise maybe a little bit, but it will help you get your momentum if you nourish your body. 4th one, we have to cultivate a positive inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself matters in the process of self-love. If you're constantly putting yourself down or compare yourself with others in the outside world, it's time for a change. You have to cultivate your inner dialogue. Replace negative self-talks with positive affirmations. So instead of beating yourself up, try to be more friendly to yourself. Remind yourself of your strengths, remind yourself of your talent or the unique gifts we all have. That's important. So replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And also the way you talk to yourself with your inner dialogue. 5th one, celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Did you exercise one day? Celebrate your victory. Did you quit smoking for 1 day? For 1 hour? For 2 hours? Celebrate your small wins. Did you drink, like me, the water? I celebrate the win at the end of the day when I ended my 2nd bottle of water. It's important because then we start to trust in ourselves, then we build up character, we build up courage, we build up everything inside us that we can do it, and that's helping you in the process of self-love. 6th one, the 6th, set boundaries. Boundaries are self-love, not self-hate. Learning to love yourself means learning to set healthy boundaries. It means saying no to things that don't serve you and yes to things that serve you. And it's also about surrounding yourself with people who lift you up and letting the people go who drain your energy. It's also a process I had to learn because I gave too much of myself and I was always helping people, but at the end of the call, they drain my energy completely. I feel empty and they feel better, but did they feel better? They only feel better for the moment because that's kind of people are needing this attention on a regular basis, every day, every hour. They're always in trouble, but they're not growing. Also not the little steps. So letting go of people who drain your energy is an important one for self-love. And you have to set that boundary. You don't have to cut those people off completely. Can be. That's your own decision. But don't focus on them. Focus on yourself. Where you get your energy from, you feel it inside. So do that, people. Number 7, practice forgiveness. It was also a hard one for me, practice forgiveness, because when I left the Jehovah's Witnesses, I had a lot of anger in me that people didn't speak to me anymore. It was a long journey for me to get everything out of my mind, all the conditioning. But when I started practicing forgiveness, it freed me from inside. Because if you're holding on to anger, to resentment, to bitterness, it always hurts you in the end. So let it go. Practice it for yourself, forgiveness for yourself, but also for others. Let go of the past. Focus on this moment now, the present moment. Everybody is doing the best they can with what they have, including you and me. So if you look like that in that way, we're all doing what we can, the best we can with what we have at the moment of information or whatever. So don't blame yourself, but also don't blame other people for it. Number 8, and this is also an important one for self-love for the process. Find out and pursue your passion. When you do things you love, it lights you up inside. It starts a spark, a fire. Don't wait for someone else to give you that permission. Do it because it brings you closer to yourself. So find your passion. You can share it with other people, but don't let other people affect you, how you think about following and pursuing your passion. Because there are people who are cheering for you. Yeah, you have to do that. Oh, sounds good. And you have also people who say, oh, but you're too old and no, you can't make it. Don't do it and stuff like that. So it's the same as setting the boundaries. The people lift you up also in this process, pursuing your passion, but also people will drain your energy for crushing your dream or the passion you want to follow. But whatever you feel, whatever you get that fire burning inside of you, pursue that passion. Number 9, favorite one of mine, is connecting with nature. Make it a daily routine to get outside, even if it's only 50 minutes. Sit in nature, sit at a stream, take a walk in the park. Let nature remind you of your own beauty and worth. Everything in nature goes automatically. Everything grows, everything dies, and new flowers rise, and that's the same with you and me. So know your beauty, know your self-worth. Number 10, last one, is practice self-care. Practice self-care, yeah. It's essential to show up in every aspect of your life. Self-care. How do you do that? Self-care. For me, it's sometimes meditation, because it stops my mind. I think of nothing. Meditating, it helps me personally, but for you it can be taking a bath. My wife loves to take a bath, so now and then. That's also self-care. What else can you do? Read a book. What's the last time you read a book? I like reading books now. Since 2 years I'm reading a lot of books, and it helps me also for self-care. Because I like motivational books. I like books who were for personal growth. And when I read that book, I think, how can I adjust that in my life? Can I practice it? What will it do with me when I read it? So nothing better than sit in your garden, or now it's too windy outside, so you sit it in the living room by the fire reading a book. That's 100% self-care. Because you and I, we can't pour from an empty cup. So we have to fill our cup regularly with self-care. Do these 10 things. If you do that, and I'm sure you're starting to feel more confident, more in peace with yourself when you're following these 10 steps. We are creating, by doing this, a foundation of, inner strength. Also building up our courage in life. You're learning to trust yourself when you fall back, because we all fall back sometimes. I also fall back by not practicing one of those 10 things. Sometimes you fall back, but you can't fall back that hard as the first time. Because every time you're implementing these 10 steps in your life, you make progress, you grow. So sometimes when you fall back, you think, oh, hey, I have to do that again. And then not beating up yourself for it because you fall back, because we all fall back sometimes, but say, hey, it's okay. I fall back now, it's okay, but I'm going to do this again. People choose love over fear in every situation. All the best with practicing these 10 steps. Let me know if you make it, if you are having trouble with those 10 steps, if you're not knowing how to do it. I'm also available for Zoom calls. I'm also available for other ways of coaching. So if you need help with those 10 steps, give me a comment below. I will help you to practicing these 10 steps. Because if you are starting to implement these 10 steps in your life, the road to self-love is started. And you will see within a month, you feel already a different person. So everybody, good luck with it, and let me know what you think of it. If you like this video, hit the like button, and we see each other next time. Have a good day.